All right, guys, this morning we're going to change out a tongue receiver on a boat trailer I bought. See that pontoon boat over there? I bought that and stripped it down, and we're using it for a fishing deck out here in our little lake at our little hideaway. Well, when I bought this thing, it was in the bushes, this boat and boat trailer, and the tongue stand was broke. So what I'm about to do, I'm about to take the receiver hitch off, and let's see here, guys. And we're going to take this thing off and go into town and find another, if I can get this thing angled right here, find another hitch for it, guys, another tongue. See how she broke off the latch? The latch that holds it right there. So looks like it's just a couple bolts, shouldn't be too hard to get off. So anyway, it looks like this thing just has 2 bolts. WD-40 or some kind of penetrating oil always works well. Hopefully this thing isn't gonna be rusty on here too bad. It looks like it's coming off pretty easy it's pretty cool. Come off there. These bolts still look good. I believe I can reuse them. They look okay. They're locking nuts on them. And wasn't too tight. I was really surprised that was not very tight. Anyway, just pull these 2 bolts off, take them out. We're gonna put the nut back on there because I hate for it to fall on the ground and spend an hour looking for it. Oh wow, okay, that came right off. Okay, what happened here, the apparatus that goes down through here, you pull down and then something on this swivels and latches onto your ball. Well, when I bought this was broken off. I guess somebody had probably pulled this boat around in the storage back there with a skid steer or something and broke this off or bent it, and it broke off. So I had to secure it down and drive very slowly to get it out here to get the pontoon boat in my pond. But anyway, we're gonna run to town, see if we can find a replacement receiver hitch here, put it back on, and get this thing back going. Over and out. I went up to my local co-op here in town to buy a new receiver tongue, but they were out. They had a smaller one, but this one wouldn't fit. So, okay. So that wouldn't fit. So I had to run down to St. Francisville. So my wife and I got on a motorbike. Actually, I rode a motorbike to work today. Been riding a motorbike because diesel fuel's gotten so expensive. And the weather's just absolutely beautiful right now. So anyway, these fit on here pretty easy. Actually, this thing wasn't as expensive as I thought it was. I was thinking, man, if it just sell me that one part's really all I needed. This whole thing wasn't but like $29, so that's not too bad. And it just bolts on real easy.
Be a lot better than that other one that was broken, for sure.
Yeah, well,
Remember, we had to hold it with vice grips.
Yeah, I had to take a pair of vice grips and fix it where it wouldn't bounce or stay shut, which was dangerous, but you know, we got it off the road that way and managed to get it in the pond. But I felt like we're loading it up and getting it out of the pond, it might not want to stay on.
So that just bolts on there.
Yeah, this just bolts on. It's real easy. Yeah, it's real easy to do. Very easy. Over here just a second. We'll have this on and pull it back down into the pond. And load the boat up. I gotta go and hook it over on the levee. We parked it on the levee away from any trees, because if we park it by a tree, you'll get leaves and trash falling all in it. Maybe bird poop and stuff, so we park it away. I don't have
we get bird poop regardless. It don't matter where you park it.
Yeah, I don't have a shed for it. But anyway, there's a receiver hitch. We're hooked up. And I bought the old Dodge diesel, the 5.9 12 valve Cummins over. Because it is 4-wheel drive.
And don't forget to put it in 4-wheel drive this time.
Yeah, I'll put it in 4-wheel drive, and
I'm gonna take that over here. I'm gonna take that.
Pull it out of the water without 4-wheel drive. And the tires, I did look this morning, I think it's still okay. Oh yeah, they're rock hard. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a backup camera on this truck, and you know technology does spoil you. My Ford 250's got a backup camera. So I may have to do a little wiggling around to get it right.
Go that one. No, no. I'm telling you no. That way. Come back. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The jack needs to go up some more. You gotta raise the jack up some more. You were zooming fast. You weren't giving me any chance to say a word.
Yeah, sorry.
Huh?
It's okay.
Alrighty.
All right, well, we got our ball coupler installed on the boat trailer, and we've got it back down into the pond. I did drive my old Dodge Diesel over here. It's a four-wheel drive. It's got a high-low range, lockout hub, so we locked it in four-wheel drive. And this is probably not the best spot to load the boat and unload the boat. We actually had a area at the edge of the spillway that we used to launch boats at, but I dug it out with a track hoe, and a few logs have drifted into it, so I had to kind of get to the side. But I think when I get the excavator back over here, I'm going to dig out me a better spot. So I'm easing over here trying to get this thing loaded. It'll take me a few tries and to get it on there, and I end up having to hook up the winch and kind of pull it, and you'll see me adjusting around a little bit. But anyway, it's pretty cool. This pontoon boat was kind of I think it had been sitting out in a pasture by a repair shop for probably 5 to 7 years. The good thing about it, it's all aluminum. The deck is completely aluminum. There's no wood. So basically the boat was in great shape. So it was kind of funny what I did. I was at church one Sunday and I asked a buddy of mine, I said, hey, do you know of anybody that's got an old pontoon boat, maybe with a motor messed up or they want to get rid of? It's kind of hard to find these pontoon boats. We live close to the Mississippi River, and we have these oxbow lakes and some really good duck hunting down here. And so people will buy these boats, and they'll make duck blinds out of them, and they'll just pull them to the site and anchor them off during duck season and pull them back in out of the water during off season. But it was actually a friend of mine in town that I know had this thing, and like I say, my friend told me, he said, hey, call so-and-so, he's got one back behind his house, and somebody in his family used to do boat repair, and he sold his place and moved off, and this boat ended up over there on my other friend's place, and I think the boat had been hanging out there for 5 to 7 years. In fact, they were burning off the pasture where the boat was, set one of the boat tires on fire, and so I called the owner and I said, hey, I'm interested in a pontoon boat just to make a fishing platform out of it. And he was a little hesitant and said he'd have to have a certain amount, and I said a little bit higher, and I think his wife agreed that he needed to sell it. I mean, it's been sitting there for years. He obviously wasn't going to do anything with it. So we, Sunday evening after church, I met the guy, gave him his money or something like that, got my papers, and we went over there, and sure enough, it had a rim on the ground, it had a flat tire. You know, it had been sitting there a long time. The tongue receiver, the ball coupler was broke. The little handle was broke off of it. And so you know, I had to go get my air tank, my cutting torch to cut off the spare that was underneath there rusted, got that on there, and we drove it home. We stripped the deck completely down. We took everything off of it, and we made a fishing platform out of it. I put a 55-pound thrust trolling motor with solar setup, so the solar keeps the battery charged. And the reason why I'm pulling it out, I'm bringing it to my shop. We're going to install some more of these swivel chairs for just fishing. And then I'm going to put a what you call a butt seat in the back where I kind of operate the trolling motor from, because all my fishing I stand up. But anyway, we get it pulled out here, and then in the morning tomorrow I'll probably show you guys me installing the chairs. But anyway, we get it loaded, and hey, we head on to the house here in a minute, and we'll pick this up sometime tomorrow when I get I'll show you guys what it looked like with the rest of the chairs installed. Hey, if you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe to our channel, support us, and we'll do more of it. Thank you.